Most guys on Wall Street don't respect him that much. I don't think Kamath is very good at investing. He's a pretty smart guy, obviously, but the whole SPAC thing is pretty ugly. Burry's also kind of one of these people that mass market pays attention to way more than the actual Wall Street doesn't care about Michael Burry. So I get asked about him every day, so I guess he's some kind of celebrity. But it's not like he runs a big fund or anything. There's like 200 people at Point72 that manage more money than Michael Burry. He just likes to talk, a lot, which a lot of Wall Street doesn't like to do. So that's why people listen to Michael Burry. If you had people who actually would talk more, then you'd have a lot more interesting people out there. I use ChatGPT for a lot of things, but not for fundamental analysis. Burry does not have an amazing track record. Let's see, Michael Burry annual returns. Looks like he didn't make any money for 5 years there. But what is this? This isn't even. This is a 13F tracker. This doesn't tell us anything. We need his private returns. This is 2000. This is a while back. I guess he restarted. What is this, Burryology? You gotta be kidding me. %29 CAGR. I don't know, I'd be curious what the last 5 or 6 years would be. It doesn't appear easy to find. I'm not saying he's a bad fund manager or something like that. I'm just saying like the amount of attention paid to him versus other investors on Wall Street is unwarranted. So he had an 8-year run. That was a interesting time for managing a hedge fund. And then did he open it back up? Looks like he was short Tesla, which I guess he was wrong about. Whoops. So does he have outside money? Oh, he did reopen the fund. Okay, 2013. So yeah, I don't know what his returns were in the last 5 or 6 years or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot more interesting people to follow. but you guys would never have heard of them on Wall Street. Do you want me to tell you about a few of them? Should I do that? I can't break my omerta, my oath of silence, and give up some of my secrets. Oh man. I'm friends with a lot of these people. Shoot. Well, let me look at this. I made this sheet, and this is on my GitHub. So this is by Q3, although Valentine's Day passed, so Q4 is out now. Let's take a look at Citadel. This is Q4 AUM. So you got to keep in mind that there are people at Citadel that manage more, just working at Citadel, they manage 10 times more than Burry ever has, and they have better track records. Just think about that, right? You got a fund like this, they've got 200, 300 different pods, right? And those pods are just slivers of capital that traders at Citadel trade. Now, it's not only fundamental stock jocks like Burry or macro jocks or whatever, but it's also people, it's also quantitative investors. So it's a mix of different types of investors and different types of strategies. So it's a very diverse pool of investors, which is why they're so successful. You can see that their portfolio includes virtually every stock in the stock market from A to Z. They're either long or short. And you could have one portfolio, you could have John that's long one of these stocks, 10x Genomics, and in the same firm, you could have Henry who's short it or long it. You know, they take different sides. And so the firm itself is actually not even long or short that stock. So, you know, it's a very kind of convoluted system, these so-called pod shops. There are kind of four big pod shops. You've got Citadel, Millennium, Balyasny, and Point 72. Those are the four big pod shops. And, you know, at those pod shops, there are people who have track records that you wouldn't believe. Now, a lot of times people say, why don't you start your own fund? I'll give you an example. This guy, Samlin, most people have never heard of. That's somebody that worked at one of those four pod shops. You can go do the research. And he was very, very good, left, and now he has his own hedge fund. But I think that this person could easily be managing more than they're managing now at their own firm if they stayed at the pod shop they were at.